Hello and welcome back to my mom's channel. I'm Jess and today I'm going to be making a Scooby-Doo soap. We've already made the Mystery Machine one, and then today we're going to be making the Scooby-Doo. We're going to have a brown background with just random black spots, and then it's going to have the blue for the collar and then the yellow. It's going to be it's a diamond, but we're just going to take a square and put it on its So for the brown, we've got gingerbread brown mica powder. And then for the collar, I looked up I just went on to Google. And looked up Scooby-Doo. This is the one that I was going for, I guess. His collar is kind of like a turquoisey blue. So we're using turquoise teal mica powder. And for the fragrance, since he's brown, we can use one with vanilla. So we're going to use Butterscotch. And then for his spots, we made a batch of black soap, and then we just pinched them into balls and stuff, and then I made them into spots, which they look rough now, but they'll look good in the soap. Okay, so here's our oils. I'm going to pour now you're supposed to pour it down the stick of the blender. I need 2 hands, so we're just going to pour that in there. And it's supposed to help with bubbles, but then you make bubbles when you turn the blender on, so So then we're just going to blend this. So I'm going to pour off the color in here so that it doesn't have the vanilla in it and it won't turn brown. There, I think that's a good amount. I'm just going to put this to the side. Oh, it definitely will, but if I don't do that, then we may not put those in there. We'll see. Anyway, so here's this. We're going to go ahead and put the fragrance oil in there. It's already got the kaolin clay in it. The kaolin clay just gives the oil something to bind to. Just gonna blend that in. I should have done the look, it's already turning it brown. So just gonna add the colors to it, mica colors, and that's just that mica, and it's in a little bit of the oil. Okay. It smells super yummy, just like the little butterscotch candies. I'm going to add some titanium dioxide in there, just because I know it's going to darken up, and I want to make sure that you can see the brown or the black spots. Okay, good. Okay, just wiping that down. Then I'm just going to go ahead and scrape the sides, make sure I got all the white. Oh, I think I'm going to have to scoop some of that out. I forgot that our batches have too much in them. Which, honestly, I think it's going to be easier to scoop with my thumb. Rufus!
He's just talking.
He's got bare
out of my way.
Teeth.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I know.
No, you get out of here.
My parents' dog, Rufus, expresses himself through his teeth. Which sounds like a weird thing to say, but even when he's happy, and like getting good pets and stuff, he bares his teeth. He's always been that way. Okay, so we're going to let that over there. Hopefully it starts to harden. I'm going to go ahead and put the turquoise in here. Which I may or may not actually need more turquoise. I forgot that we had to... Over here. I forgot our spots.
Like the most important part, really.
Right? Especially because I don't know if we're going to be able to put the melt and pour in here or not. Because I think that they're going to be too big to... like it's gonna go into Scooby himself instead of just staying in the collar. Does that make sense? Probably not.
I don't know.
See, because it needs to be staying in this area, but I think it's gonna go down.
Oh.
And just so you guys know, this took forever to make. On the plus side, my dad learned that he really likes playing with the soap because then when he goes and washes his hands, it's super slick and makes it super easy to wash. So, he learned something about himself.
He likes my soap. But you know, I was thinking the other day, the recipe that he was using on his hands was the frosting recipe. I know he likes my recipe because he uses it in the shower. So this, he likes the frosting.
Yeah, but I think his main thing is because it wasn't set up, you know?
Oh, yeah. It still had to be malleable to get the shapes.
And by gone it, I'm using all of these things. That way, hopefully every bar will have a spot.
Sorry. I guess it really doesn't matter on these how many bubbles are in there. If you have any blue left over, put them on top of here.
Okay.
No. It doesn't matter. I was going to say we can make some Scooby-Doo cupcakes, but we don't have any balls. You used all the balls.
I sure did. Okay.
That would have been cute. Okay, Bumpy.
Yep, I'm gonna need more blue. I'll put this to the side so I don't mess with it. You guys can't really tell, but it's like a yellow... You know what? I think I'm going to keep it with that color. I think that's the color we want. It's not the color of the mica, which doesn't really matter. It's the color of his collar. And my mom is leaving to go get my son, so we're just using the Oh, I think this is going to be perfect. I'm just using the spatula to break the fall. Look at that, the perfect amount of soap. That never happens. It's not anything super fun to look at, but I can show you the top. It's a super pretty color. I think it's the perfect color for his collar. But, alright, well I guess we will see when we cut it.
Okay, guys. It's been 24 hours, roughly. Let's cut this soap.
Oh, that's adorable!
I mean, that's what we wanted.
Our mold is starting to bow.
A what?
Mold is starting to bow. It's bowed out.
Or a mold?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well.
Oh, I thought that was the end piece. It's alright. One side. That's good. See, I don't think this day could get any
worse. Yeah, don't say that. Well, neither one of us said it completely.
Cool. I guess you're the one I need to show. I mean, it's spots.
Yeah, no bar is going to be the same. Which is fine, because no Scooby-Doo is the same. Each time they redid it, it's different.
I hope it gets darker, though, that brown.
I don't know. I'm kind of happy with it if it stays that, and I'm okay with it getting darker. Which I'm sure it's going to get darker. It was butterscotch. It's got an awful lot of vanilla
yeah,
in it.
yeah, you're right. Oh, that one was kind of a...
Didn't have anything on it?
That one, yay.
Nothing? Something. But I like the idea that we didn't actually do anything to the top. I think that or texture or anything.
But I think if we would have put yellow in there, that that would have. But it would have went into the I know. But
next time we make it, we'll just make sure that we have a smaller thing.
The soap is just so angled.
Oh, the bowing of it.
Well, I'm gonna have to. It's going. I have to straighten it up. There. I don't know if I said it, but it's cutting like butter. It's cutting perfect. Oh, dang, that was soft. My finger just went right into that. That's...
Next time we'll just do the tubes instead of doing the spots. That way we'll make sure that each one has it. But...
No.
But I'm glad the cold process soap and beds didn't give you any trouble cutting it.
Yeah, well, those were pretty soft still, too, though.
I know, and that's why I switched up to do pep.
Okay, guys, glad you got to see me.